Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, however you are joining the conversation. This is Freedom Hub on 87.9, the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. We sincerely apologize for coming out this late, but again, as the old saying goes, better late than never. What a pleasant way to welcome all of you to the Tuesday's edition of the program. This is the Eid to Ramadan. Hats up to all of our Muslim brothers and sisters across the country. Those who went forth before Almighty Allah to pray and intercede on behalf of the Liberian people. I want to say what's up. I want to say thanks for all you do, and thanks for all of what you've been doing. It has been a month long of different supplications. You've had all of the chances to petition the Almighty God on issues relative to your personal families, your personal lives, and trust me, you were able to also include the Liberian people, the Liberian government, and Liberia as a country. There are too many things happening in the country. A lot of issues going on across the Republic of Liberia. What is it from today's angle? The Liberian Senate was able to pass a version of a resolution seeking to establish the War and Economic Crimes Code in Liberia. That document is on the way to the House of Representatives, where the Honorable Councillor Jonathan Funantikofa, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, will be presenting it to his colleagues for subsequent concurrence, after which it will have to go to the Liberian president for onward actions to be taken. We talk about that in passing. We're going to look into that situation. Why that is one of the major issues making the news in country, it is equally important to note that Liberia is in trouble. The country continues to experience a lot of difficulties. There are too many things happening in the country that we are not okay with. The latest issue has to do with the different views, different reactions as it relates to the newest outburst by Representative Yaka Koluba. Yes, Koluba on Sunday had a press conference that can be compared to none when the District 10 lawmaker, took to social media and did all of the talking against the Liberian president. This has sparked a lot of controversial discussion across the country. Some people say, some of the people then say, Yeke da Rume. Some of the people then say, Yeke da their hero. We rumble into that conversation. We're going to be having a real crystal clear analysis and digging deeper into the most recent history and bringing you all of the introspective analysis about what has happened, what have we experienced in this country for the past 6 years? Is Yaka Koluba's action an unprecedented situation? Is he doing it for the first time? Is this thing strange to Liberians? Are the folks who are hurt right to be hurt? I repeat, if those who are feeling bad, are they right to be feeling bad? Or do they have the moral wherewithal to criticize Yekawa Koluba on his latest decision? Do they have the moral balls to look in the face of Koluba and say to him what he's doing is wrong? Should the Koluba's attitude be sustained in this country? Should Liberians look at it? Should Liberians embrace it? Should the Liberian people accept anything from the Interreligious Council relative to Yake's attitude? Should the Liberian people respect the Interreligious Council? Should they honor the Liberian Council of Churches? Should they honor the National Imam Council? Just in case those institutions will intend to issue a statement against Yake, should that statement, in the event where one is released, should that statement be taken for anything tangible? The conversation is going to be really, really interesting right here on the People Station. Now that you are there and I'm here, let's make it a wonderful time on radio in Liberia. When too many things will be constituting the menu on 87.9. Let's take a break to be right back for the conversation.
On the settle to interior, keeping ourselves let's stop it for all of our the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make a peace for them before. Stop Liberia. On the settle to interior, keeping ourselves let's stop it for all of our.
Crown Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-open Gomez and sign.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make a peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the settle to interior, keeping ourselves let's come in for all of our. The people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make a peace for them before. Stop Liberia. From the settle to interior, keeping ourselves let's come in for all of our.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Kai, and I'm here today on the loan presentation. There are too many things to talk about in the country, and we intend to have a lot more of those conversations. But again, let's say welcome to all of you. Today, the Liberian legislature, specifically the Liberian Senate, was able to pass a version of the War in Economic Crimes Court resolution, and that paper is on the way to the House of Representatives for some technical adjustments, and subsequently it is going to be submitted to President Bwaka for his action. So, I mean, that is a bit of the news that we have in the country. Now, secondly, the country is heavily challenged at about this moment. There are too many things happening that, for me, I do not see necessary at all. The level at which Liberia is, I'm beginning to be afraid. And I'm beginning to have this deep fear for my country. And the reason why is because a lot of people are being hurt in the country. The anger level in Liberia is increasing on a daily basis. This is not politics. This is no propaganda. This is practical reality. If you're listening to the radio at about this moment, you're wearing your political party garment, I want you to take it off, because with your party paraphernalia on, you're not going to have a real interpretation of the conversation on today. I want Liberians, and I will want people listening to this country who are not Liberians to follow, people listening to this radio who are not Liberians to follow this conversation from an independent perspective without being in the regalia of their political institution. That way, they will have a clear understanding and a real appreciation of what the conversation is going to be all about. I go back to the intro. Liberia is heavily divided. The level of anger in the country has increased beyond all measurable expectation. The place Liberia is sitting at this moment, it only requires pum pum, and this place is going to be in total tatters. I repeat, the level at which this country is at about this moment, all that is required is for just something to spark up. Just something. The reason is because people are deeply hurt. Why are they hurt? They're hurt because they've been targeted. When the government of the day refused to prioritize issues that will reconcile the country from a genuine perspective and start to focus on issues that will further deepen the wounds of individuals in the country, then it shows that that country, in the case of Liberia, is headed for trouble. And when I always told you on this radio that Liberia is in trouble, I say these things not because I hate this country, but because of what we see going on a daily basis. I want you to listen to this. I want you to take a time and listen to this, fellow Liberians. That is what I want you to do. I don't know why Cruzo left studio, but let me see what I can manage to find this. People are being hurt on a daily basis. Now, one thing that is very, very difficult, one thing that is very, very important, and I see people overlooking in this country, is the fact that this government is taking people off their jobs. It is a creeping national security situation that a lot of people are not talking about, and this is concerning. This is actually concerning. When you have a system that's going after people randomly, that's punching people out of jobs for some political reasons, and they're justifying it with some unnecessary blah, 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 it shows that the country is being set up for disaster, and that is not where we want our Liberia to be. And that's why we are sounding the caveat sooner. The anger level in the country is increasing on a daily basis. I want you to listen to this.
The master 4 months. 4 months. Okay, let me say this to you all. You heard the minister saying that they are putting the branch down. You should encourage our people. They are putting the branch down for the work. They are putting the branch down for the work. 700 plus persons are putting it down for the work. They are putting the branch on the work. We are putting la brand down for the work.
They are putting the president on the work. They are putting the president on the work. They are putting the president on the work. Okay. So you listening? I mean, I was able to do an amateur presentation where you saw the folks agitating. Now I said it from the beginning, and I'm going to maintain that the country is becoming more and more angrier. You are hurting a lot of people, and you think you are leading the country. Let me say this to our people in government, and let me say it to those, especially those of you, the pastors, the imams, that used to turn your pulpits during the elections, that used to be using your different pulpits. Instead of preaching the words of God, you were preaching the Job Waka, doctrine. Manipulating your worship service for political purposes. It is high time you talk to your government, because what is happening in this country is a recipe for chaos. Those who watched the video and those who are listening to radio heard the loud noise from this group of Liberians who are being laid off. They are putting the brands down. They are putting the brands down for the work. Now, and so both of you supported this administration, which is not a bad thing. It is your right to choose to affiliate with a political institution of your choice. But at this level, with exactly what's going on in the country, it is very important that you call your political people to order. This country is too small for the kind of division the government is breeding. I repeat, Liberia is too small for the kind of division and anger this government is instilling in the people. The responsibility of any civilized and a responsible government anywhere around the world is to ensure that a country that has been placed under their watch will be fully reconciled, will be united for peace, prosperity, and development to flourish. On the contrary, this government is hurting a lot of people.
Yeah, putting la press down gonna work.
So you see that? Instead of you navigating your way through to see how best you can have a more unified country so that your agenda, whatever you have for the country, so that it will be able to sail through, you are dividing the country. Now, you are sending over 700 human beings home from the Ministry of State. Your CSA boss recently said over 40,000 human beings are rakes being relieved of their position if they do not follow whatever quote-unquote proceedings. But these people for the past 6 years have been in the same government. Their salaries have been paid. They've been sustained. The government was still running. The president was still building the Lofa Bonkante Road. He was still doing the Ganta Sacré-Pierre to Tabeta Road. The president was still doing the Ganta to San Nicolas Locatua Road. There were 2 million projects going on in this country. Free tuition for the students at UL and other public universities. We're still rolling up. You had the wise fees of students taking their examinations being paid. There were several sports parks being built across the country. Poor housing units for non-income earners, and people who were living below the poverty line were being constructed across the country. There were too many things we were managing with as a country and people. You came to rescue the country. You told the Liberian people that your only concern is to rescue them, is to liberate them from poverty, is to liberate them from hardship. The first decision you are taking to liberate them from hardship is to take their small jobs from them. People are complaining, including your very supporters, those who wore green t-shirts for you. They are complaining. These are Liberians you are doing it all. The biggest mistake you are making is to think in your wildest imagination that all those who were appointed between 2018 or whatever the situation is up to 2023 are Georgia people. Come on. I thought you guys are supposed to be educated. Don't you know that on the issue of appointment, in most instances, it is not based on political party affiliation. Don't you know that? Do you know how many of the Unity partisans whose girlfriends are CDC girls, are ANC girls, are girls without political party attachment? Do you know how many of these people who were appointed between 2018 or 2023, do you know how many of them didn't even have any direct connection with the CDC, but got appointed either because their friend who they went to school together in the same primary school, is a minister or was a director, their relative who were in one church, was a director? These are connections that give a lot of people jobs. Some of these people who you are sending home are your own Unity Party supporters. You are hurting the country. You are hurting ordinary citizens. Beyond political party lines, you are breeding tension in the country, and it is about time your religious leaders, people who were using their puppets, people who were manipulating their church membership, it's about time those people start to speak out and warn you to desist. The country is too small for the kind of tension you are building. I repeat, Liberia is too small for the kind of hatred you are building in the country. Stop it. In less than 4 months of your stewardship, you are sending over 700 human beings home from the Ministry of State. I'm told the Ministry of Transport has already given an internal memo. The folks at Legends called me the other day complaining how there is almost similar thing about to be done. You are downsizing. You are sending people home all over the country. You are putting people out of job. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it means in a country like Liberia for a family to have an employed son or daughter? Do you know how many human beings are attached to a single source of income in this country? Do you know? Do you have the slightest idea? Do you know that to every $150 salary or to every $250 salary, there are a little between 10 to 15 dependents? Do you know that? You go to ministries and agencies, you are sending people home because of a blind perception that these people are quote unquote supporters of XYZ. Do you know how many of your current government officials, do you know how many of your current United Party, ministers and directors who are appointing their girlfriends and providing, opportunity for their friends, and those friends are not members of the United Party? Do you know that? So were you to just base your decision on the fact that these people end up between 2018 to 2023, and by virtue of the fact of the timeline, it shows that they support a particular regime, you are dead wrong, because you could be making serious mistake. Not every governmental connection position that will come with political alignment. Some of us have friends who do not believe in our political ideology. It doesn't stop us from going to club together. It doesn't stop us from buying them food. It doesn't stop us from giving them money to go pour food to their homes. It doesn't stop us from making contribution when they are medically sick or in need of medical attention or stuff. No, it doesn't stop it. There are some of your friends who are from this political party. They when they have a space in their office, the only thing they can tell the friend, "My mammy, I know say you be man, but when you kind of office, get you a more shot." That's how you have a lot of people getting their jobs. That's how you found a lot of people on the different payrolls across the country. It has always been that way. No government has been able to employ 100% their partisans. No. Because when you make me minister, all of my family members are not from a same political party, but because I got some attachment to them, they're either my church members, they're either my club members, they're either alumni members. I mean, we have different connections. I will bring some of them to the government, not because they didn't support my party, but along the line, some of them, when I was going to school, they were the ones who were giving me recess. When I was going to school, some of them, they were the ones whose parents used to pay my school fees. And so because of political party differences, I will not look at him and say, oh, okay, that man is support that CDC. So you see you be in power, I will not gain that fighting clerk job. That's how people got this position you are giving up. Now, somebody just went to work and said, all of these people are people who did not support us. They supported George Weah, and so we got to get it off. Do you know who you are sending home? You randomly decide to say, 700 imams should go home. Do you know who you're sending home? If these people you are sending home, if some of them will bring their photos to you of the entire campaign period, you'll be shocked to know that a good portion of them wore the green t-shirts. No, should we even be discussing, acquisition of job on the basis of what kind of t-shirt you wore during the campaign? Should that be the conversation? No. I'm only making that analogy to inform you that the sole purpose for which you are taking this detrimental decision of dividing the country, could be a mistake on your part because you do not know the kind of people you're sending home. You don't know. Some of your own very partisans are beginning to express their dissatisfaction in what you're doing. Because this is not only affecting those who you perceive to be your political enemies. This is an issue affecting the very people who you claim to, to call your rescue soldiers. Why are you doing it? You're hurting people. You are dividing the country. For 10 men to lose their job in this country is a huge thing. What more about 700 at one entity? What more about 100 and some more at the other entity? What more about the different places where you are cutting down people? That you are rescuing them without a plan. When you want to do these things, if you think that they not come through the system, this and that government is continuity, you can just wake up and outrule whatever the previous government did. No, that's not how it is done. Even when you have the monopoly over reformation, educated people will develop a rollout plan. Educated people will develop a transitional plan. Now, what do you do with these people? I mean, you said these people are not productive. I mean, you think efficiency is a problem. What do you do with them? Are you contemplating on reforming the different, the different policies relative to public service? Are you contemplating on increasing the number of inspectors, the number of M&E officers? Are you contemplating on reassigning the different position and changing the term of reference of those positions? Those are ways you can evaluate the system. Those are ways you can bring about reformation, and those reformations will impact the productivity of the government. But because that is not your main intent, because you seek to, you are opting to settle political score, so you just do not care about what's going on. This is wrong. A country where we went to election and a little over 17,000 was able to separate the winner and the loser, that country should not be treading on such a dangerous path. You just won the election with less than 17,000 votes. You're behaving like this. Had you won 14 out of 15 counties, God forbid, I'm not too sure a part of this country will exist. I'm not too sure. Now, why are you treating the country this way? You're hurting people. These are family people going home without the assurance of getting something else. Okay, good. For the sake of the argument, you criticize your predecessors of being so evil in such a way that you branded George Weah as an evil leader. You say he cut people's salary. Good. You branded the finance minister of George Weah as an evil finance minister. He cut people's salary, harmonization. Good. Then you came, you the angel. Oh yes, you the holy Messiah came. Instead of restoring the salary, instead of increasing the salary, you are not increasing salary. You are not doing anything. You are sending the very people who you were crying for, the very people whose salary you thought your predecessor caught, and that attitude was wicked. Instead of you adding their salary up, instead of you restoring their hope, you are sending them home to a hopeless society. And you think you're going to be running a decent country? And you think you're going to have stability under your watch? Why are you treading on such a dangerous path? This country is too small for the kind of division you're breeding. I don't know what you're depending on. I don't know what your reactions or your reaction plans are. Whatever it may be, rest assured that what you're doing at about this moment is purely detrimental to the survivability of our peace. You are jeopardizing the fragile peace we've been sustaining in this country for a longer time. Focus on developing the country. If you do not have the connection to bring extra money to the country, there are ways you can express it. To be involved with witch hunting to the point of going after tenure position holders, removing individuals from their legitimate tenures. Interestingly, the different tenure positions they are occupying are positions that were created under your watch as a government for the first 12 years of your existence in this country. In post-war Liberia, your government created the very tenure position that you are abusing. Most of the tenure positions around here, got their tenure position status right after the war. The first spell of the Unity Party administration between 2006 to 2017 was a period where both of these institutions got their autonomy, under our laws. That's why both of them had these, tenure positions created and stuff. A lot of the reforms took place between 2006 up to 2017. The same party in power today was the same party that saw all of those legislative actions being taken. Interestingly, you came back 6 years after taking a break. Your very laws that you implemented, you are undoing it not from the legislative angle, but you are undoing it unconstitutionally. That's what you're doing. You're running after tenure position holders. In the first 4 months, you have over 15 tenure position holders taking you to the Supreme Court because you are illegitimately proceeding with removing them of their position. You are hurting people. A government should operate under a smooth atmosphere. What you are doing is to create a lot of bottlenecks for your operations. Just stop. Just by listening to this. Just by listening to this should inform you to what extent Liberians are hurt.
They are putting La Presse down for the work. 700 plus persons are putting them down for the work. They are putting La Presse on the work. We are putting La Presse down for the work. They are putting La Presse down for the work. They are putting La Presse down for the work.
At the Monrovia City Corporation, it has been reported that the sweepers, those who used to sweep the street, there are plans to have them sidelined to replace them with a quote-unquote volunteer sweepers. Those who are sweeping the country during the course of the inauguration. It has been alleged that that is the plan. Now, why are you proceeding this way? Look, you know what? And I keep saying this to our people, especially the young people in the Unity Party. You got to. What may you think if an old man in the age of Mr. Boaka, 79 years of age, if Mr. Boaka could confront a young, energetic George Weah at the ballot box and won the elections in 2023, what may you think anybody can come from anywhere and win election in 2029? You guys who are the young people in the Unity Party should be the ones to advise your policy makers. Because you know what? You are the ones who have life in your favor. You are the ones who still got something called political future. Mr. Boaka is winding down. After this presidency, if he's alive, I mean, he will just be good for the grandchildren, nothing else. He will just be good for the grandchildren. You are the ones who have the political future. And this is where I am thinking as to what is the role of Honorable Jeremiah Cohn, the vice president. Because you are the presumptive leader of this movement. What you're doing at about this moment as a tendency is dangerous. You're targeting poll sweepers. You're doing this. This is purely not what the people expected. This is certainly not what they expected. They did not. They didn't see it coming. All along the way during the campaign, your message to them was about their salaries being cut. You championed the issue of ensuring that at the end of the day, were you to be given state power, you will increase their earnings. No. You didn't tell them that you will be segregative. You didn't tell these civil servants made you who you are. I keep saying that the electoral college in this country has to do with the civil servants. They can decide what the tune of the election will be, beginning with Monrovia. Thankfully for you in opposition, you had the civil servants in this country making a determination when the champion and paraded with the harmonization slogan all across the country. That resonated with the civil service across the country. Their relatives fell to it. Their loved ones fell to it. All of their associates fell to it. And at the end of the day, it made you to have had some of the numbers you had. You came to power. Your first budget is not even looking at improving their salaries. Your first budget is not even talking about increasing their incentives. Your first action you are taking, even before the budget is passed, is to have them sent home. You are randomly sending people home, taking food from the table of people. Interestingly, some of these people are your partisans. Must you even be targeting people who are not from your political party? Is that a characteristic of a rescue agenda? I mean, you know why we want you to succeed as a government? It's because when you succeed in any aspect of this country, when you succeed in any sector, whether it is the energy sector, whether it is the general infrastructure to have, which has to do with road, electricity, pipeline water, and different, whatever sector you make progress in, the country will benefit. And that's why we do not want you to fail as a government. And the reason why we shout on top of our voices in this country on a daily basis is for you to stop doing those things that may lead you to failing miserably. You need space to govern. You need time to govern. You need time to lead. You need more space, more freedom to execute your governmental agenda for the people. When you start to create tension in the country, when you start to make people feel terrible, when you start to remove food from the tables of individuals, you're not doing it to me, oh. You're not doing it to him. You're not doing it to the man sitting right by you in the taxi. You're not doing it to the folks in the bus there. I know you're arguing in the buses, for and against. You're doing it to yourself because at the end of the day, you will not have the chance to run the country the way you want to run it, because there is going to be civil disobedience. The folks will get angry. They will join every single little protest in the country. The pressure will be on you, and you may not even be having the opportunity to lead. Your agenda may not even survive 25% because there will be no time to execute it. Why are you wasting the precious time you're supposed to be using to set the foundation of your administration? Why are you using it to run after people? Why are you using it to divide the country? You gotta stop. You are doing these things in the midst of too many controversies. The report from your inauguration money is yet to come out. We do not know the status of that inauguration money. It was alleged that Ludo Tape and his folks collected $1,000 for each of the districts, totaling up to $73,000, and there is no accountability towards that money. The Miata Formula Committee is yet to have a direct, comprehensive understanding. I mean, there is no understanding of how to spend the inaugural money. We have been told that it is because of that Miata Formula is yet to be appointed to any of the boards. Because her age and other things, she will not go here any entity. I mean, she will have to be a member of the board, the other board. It's because of it. We are told she's yet to surface. Because it was terrible. The report was terrible. You don't want to make it public. You don't want to disclose it because you don't want to disgrace. Come on. Now, all of these things are happening. People are going home without job. You are sending people home. You are removing food from the table when there are reports that the president bought the house from Mr. Ami Moda. Oh, yes. All of these are happening when there are media reports that the president allegedly bought the house in Duazon. I mean, not Duazon, but the Marshall area. It has been reported that he allegedly bought the house. Now, these people are going home without jobs. You are sending them home. You're removing them off their jobs when it has been reported that former Speaker Tyler House was allegedly bought by a member of the first family. Now, these things cannot be filtering in the air. These are concerns that warrants, the clarification, buying the first family to the public. These are information that the people are receiving. It's been alleged that the president bought Modan House. It's been alleged that former Speaker Tyler Hall read the Boston Junction. It's been bought by a member of the family. Also, it's been alleged that the first family of the president is living in serious opulence. Now, as these things are being alleged to the public, these are alleged information going on. People hearing rumor that the president will only having one small area to rehab, but now in buy Modan big mansion. They renovating it, this and that. People hearing these things, while they are struggling to know whether they're true or not, then you have their family members being sent home. You got their family members crying. Over 700 of them gathered.
I did not say 4 months.
So as these people are hearing about all the kind of things that you are allegedly, acquiring for yourself, and you are sending them home, you are creating tension in the country. Because the man ain't gonna be happy. He's not gonna go set home free month end. He's not. At least, even when they were harmonizing the salary, he was happy taking it. But to go home, to sit down without the salary, is something that most of these people, all of these people will not accept, including the very ones who are from your party. The winner is supposed to be happy. And this will take us to the next conversation. The winner of every process, whether football game, whether political game, any competition, the winner from that process should always be happy. Unfortunately, in the case of Liberia, those who won the elections last year are the most angry set of people in the country. Why? No, let's talk about it. The arguing can go on in the buses. Oh yeah, y'all can argue in the taxi. Those of you in the keke, you can argue. The winners of every process, winners are supposed to be happy people. Unfortunately, in Liberia, those who won the election are the most angry group of people. Why? Now, how do you run the country when you are this angry? Even in your victory, you are still angry. Even when you've won the election, you are still angry. You are angry to the extent that you do not pay attention to details. You are so angry to the extent that Monrovia is heavily challenged. Electricity has gone to zero. It is a disaster. Nobody knows LEC schedule Nana in the country anymore. Nobody. You are so angry to the extent that you don't even know the situation with reference to Corinne. You are angry to the extent that fire disaster is happening across the country. Instead of you taking concrete decisions towards preventing that or finding a remedy towards it, you pass a budget, and instead of increasing fire service budget, you cut fire service budget by a little over $100,000+ US. You're so angry. You are angry till you're running after turning position holders. You are supposed to be happy. You won the election. Why can't you be happy? Why can't you relax and do what you ought to do for the people of our country? This country is for everybody. There is an attitude of arrogance that our politicians normally wear, and this is beyond all political parties. All political parties, the ruling establishments are guilty of this. There is a tendency of arrogance that people often wear when they are in power. thinking and believing that Liberia will end with you in power. No, there is going to be a country after that. There will be a country after that. And what you do is what people will judge you by. How will you want to be referred to when you leave the stage today and you enter the opposition? How will you want people to refer to you? Okay, good. Currently, we are referring to the WEA's administration as that administration that cut people's salary. Good. How will we refer to you? The administration that did not cut salary but send the people home. Okay, let me put it in simple English. Today, we refer to the WEA government as the government where take small pieces from the bread. You bring a bread, WEA government take piece from there, they eat it. You know, the government bring a bread, they take piece from there, they eat it. They take piece from there, they eat it. So WEA is to call over people food. That's how we consider the WEA government. WEA government is to call over people food, eat over people food. You kind of power. Instead of cutting over people's food, you are eating the whole food and throwing the dishes away. That's what you're doing. Now, when you criticize the man, oh man, why you cutting over the people's food for? The people's food are small. I mean, the running plenty, the running plenty in the border, you cutting over the people's food. Stop it. That wickedness. That bad thing you're doing. Now, after crying, after lamenting, after going all across the country, people wicked, the small children, the food were in the pen, the food were not even plenty, and the food they're eating all. After saying all of those things, they put you in charge of the kitchen now. You are the chief cook. You got the cook spoon, the dishing up pan, everything in your hand. Instead of eyeing the people food all that you're complaining about 2-3 days ago, no, you start busting the dishes and throwing it away. That's what you're doing. Now the people are even confused as to which one was better. Is it the one that was eating all our food or the one that throwing our food away? Which one is better? Now you've made the people to start to regret. Liberia is currently a country where a lot of people are secretly regretting. Now, the only reason why they will not openly say it is because they are ashamed. They are surprised. Up to now, most of them still cannot believe that exactly what's happening is what they voted for. If you ask them, then they will tell you, if I knew that this is how our rescue train would have landed us, I wouldn't have gone on that train in the first place. A lot of people are regretting, but because of shame, because of how they treated other people during the campaign, they are not going to talk about it. They will not say openly. But when you check deep down into their hearts, when you look deep down into their soul and their spirit, and you do an analysis about what they're thinking about within, you will get to understand that a lot of people are frustrated and totally disappointed in the way you're proceeding. Some of them will not tell you because they are still hopeful that you will get a job. Watch out. After a year, when all of the places will be overly crowded, nowhere to put another person, that's when you see the real people coming out. Just stop. Stop it. The promise was never to take their jobs. The promise was never to take the job. Fellow Liberians, the promise was never to take the jobs. The promise was to increase their incentives. Stop what you're doing. Oh, yeah. Stop exactly what you're doing. We'll take this break. When we come back, we'll come out from our break. We'll talk more about the Yaka-Koluba issue. Then we blend the two topics together. We'll open up the lines. And when you call, you contribute on this dismissal or what the country thing. And any ministry you're working in, and the people start dismissing people, just ask any man. I mean, the whole country got my number. Any ministry in the country, you call my name, any ministry that know me there. Call our names there, Austin, AB, whatever. Get one of our numbers and send all the information. Wherever they are sacking you, anywhere where they're threatening to remove you from your job, send us the information. But let's take this quick break. We'll be right back.
Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop it.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-omen, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them.
Omen Samsaya. Self-omen, Omen Samsaya.
Okay, so Omen Samsai on the the Almighty Zebra. Omen Samsai is the official sponsor of this platform and all other platforms here on 87.9. Yes, he's the senator of the county, the senator in waiting. But that is why it is. Let me take this quick break. When we come back, we talk about the Yeka Koluba issue. I see everybody just vexed in the country. Yeah, I see plenty of people just getting vexed. How Yeka cussing. Vex. I'll talk about that vestation. We'll analyze the latest audio. We'll refresh your memory. We'll take you back to memory lane. Yeah, we'll take you back memory lane. Then we'll fast forward the situation. Then we'll ask you, you still vexed? Are you still vexed? Then we'll ask you that question. Are you still vexed? But before then, let's take this quick break to be right back. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Let's see if we can take this quick. I just want to do this thing quickly. Let's take this break to be right back.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us so. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the world. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to beef? You see, we just tell you that why we vote tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
You did not tell them that you will send them home. The promise was that you will add their salary up. The promise was that you will ensure that their jobs are protected. I repeat. And if you think I'm joking about it, I will play you Mr. Jeremiah Kuhn's voice. Jeremiah Kuhn told the Liberian people during the election that their jobs will not be tampered with. Oh, you think we are lying? No. Do you think we are lying? I will play you the voice of the current vice president of our country, the Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn. He told Liberians that their jobs will not be tampered with. Okay, let me go for it. Enjoy the song by Takunje Jonathan Kofa. It's called "They Lied to Us." The government fooled us. I'll play Mr. Kuhn's voice and let's see whether it can be matched or compare or to exactly what Takunje is saying.
That led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to beef? You see, we just tell you that why we vote tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the government. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they go afford? But they too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then stay they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal.
Okay, all right. So the devil was trying to be a liar, but I got it. I told you, whatever we say on this radio, and those of you who are arguing in the buses, in the public transportation, vehicles, this is for you. For those of you who think when we say something here, we don't have the proof, it's over to you. The government today promised that when they come to power, they wouldn't touch the jobs of the people. This is what Mr. Jeremiah Kun told the people of Liberia at one of the campaign rallies. Listen to it. Listen keenly. Okay. Hold on. Let me take the lie down. Let me take it down. Okay. Let me take it down and go over to Mr. Jeremiah Kun's audio.
Who got small jobs in the government who are afraid of losing your job? How are you? Listening to me by the TV, you can't know you're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. You're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. Who got small jobs in the government who are afraid of losing your job? How are you? Listening to me by the TV, you can't know you're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. How are you? Listening to me by the TV, you can't know you're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. How are you? Listening to me by the TV, you can't know you're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. How are you? Listening to me by the TV, you can't know you're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. How are you? Listening to me by the TV, you can't know you're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. We looking for leadership to fire people. When you can do the job, you will be there. Unless you are in your job. How are you? Listening to me by the TV, you can't know you're looking at me. If I say, nothing will happen to your job. We looking for leadership to fire people. When you can do the job, you will be there. Unless you are the job. We looking for leadership to fire people. When you can do the job, you will be there. Unless you are the job. We looking for leadership to fire people. When you can do the job, you will be there. Unless you are the job, then you gotta go, right? But when you are the job, nothing will happen to you. That's the president have to say that I'm talking about. The president has to inform you. He himself will tell you.
So where are the people who think we lie on Freedom FM? You tell us, where are those who think when we say things on the radio we can lie? You just heard the vice president during the campaign time. He told Liberians. He said, I mean, we looking for a government job to sack people. Few days after, you are removing 700 human beings from a particular government agency. You're taking 120 this other place. You're silencing this other place. You're doing this other place.
Indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to breathe? See, we just tell you. That's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us.
Nothing will happen to you. That is not the president I'm talking to. The president asked me to inform you. He himself can tell you. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the
No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the...
So you tell me where is the line?
The people that...
Yeah, because I know some of you who are in the KK, the motorbikes, under the trees in your yard. The other people they're arguing with you now. Oh, that thing I've been talking a lot. This is the voice of the vice president. Listen to him. Listen to him.
Nothing will happen to your job.
Mr. Like I said, nothing will happen to your job. Nothing will happen to your job. That's what Honorable Jeremiah Kun said during the course of the campaign.
Nothing will happen to your job. Why you can do a job, you will be there. Unless you hear the job, we looking for leadership to fire people. Why you can do a job, you will be there. Unless you hear the job, then I want.
Okay, so that's what it is. We ain't looking for job to fire people. Except you're not able to job. Let's take it down and go to the other conversation, and we go take calls. Now, let me say this: I'm not going to be long about it. You see, I'm waiting for the Council of Churches to issue a statement before I really do this show, and that's why I would not talk plenty on it. We'll come and go take calls. When George Weah took over, the former president Weah took over the country in 2018. We saw a coordinated, organized effort against his administration. And that coordination was targeted at ensuring that his government was defaced. Defaced meaning bring the government down, made the government ugly, made the government shame, spoil the government name. To the extent that the international folks would now want to talk to the government. The opposition community we had at the time, fortunately, one of them in power today, the Unity Party and her associates, exploited every means available unto them to have that objective actualized. Whether it was Henry Costa, Prophet Key, Yeka Koluba, and you can name it. They use every available means, onto them to execute that mandate, which was intended to deface the Weah's administration, make it unpopular locally and internationally, and at the end of the day, the end goal is to make him a one-term president. Good to their strategy. It worked. Today, Weah is a one-term president. Did he become a one-term president on a silver platter? No. It came as a result of Yeke Koluba consistently insulting George Weah, his wife, everybody. It came with threats to the life of the president by Darius DeLong. Darius didn't sell it. Anybody could go to my political rally, anybody throw rock, George Weah would not know where rock would come from. It was still a convoy. DeLong said it. DeLong threatened to attack the president's convoy. Yeke Koluba, I want a normal thing. Prophet Key, forget it. Henry Costa said, I will arm all rebels and give them guns at my instruction. They will loot Monrovia. There were too many of those things that were said in this country. The Weah's government was subjected to a lot of profanity. Profane languages were accepted. To the extent that in the presence of key members of the opposition community by that time, you had people making denigrating statements about former President Weah and his lieutenants. Yet, those leaders only laughed about it. I remember one time, Mr. Ben and I, you were on a campaign float where you had the political leader of all of the different political parties refer to George Weah and all of the people in the CDC government as cockroaches. Not a single member of the opposition community at the time criticized that. We got all of the audio. Everything we tell you, we got the audio. It's just that we ain't got time to be playing it too many times. And you tell yourself, we got Jamaican voice, where you said nobody will lose a job, and at the end of the day, you're seeing it. Yeke Koluba will insult George Weah for breakfast, George Weah for lunch, George Weah for supper, dinner. During those days, as Yeke will insult those people, you had key members of the Unity Party. You had key members of the Unity Party and her alliances openly supporting Yeke Koluba. By the time Yeke finished cursing George Weah, you'll find them. See this post. Amen. See this post. This post was done on April 14, 2019 by Amos Toy. You seen it? I'll show it to you. I'll come and read it. Amos Toy said, Yeke Koluba has declared his support to the collaborating political parties, UP, Liberty Party, ANC, and ALP. He is now a family member. Yeke didn't support, he didn't declare a membership free. He had already started cursing George Weah. And all of Weah, officials. Darius DeLong on the 1st of September 2020. Look at it. September 1, 2020. You seen it? September 1, 2020. He said, met with Representative Yeke Koluba at his home today. Great discussions, all about Liberia. I want you to see this other one. It's August 22nd, 2022 by Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence. She said, excellent interaction with Senator Darius DeLong and Representative Yeke Koluba, 2023 in hashtag. This one is from Patrick Honor, November 15, 2023. He says, happening now, Monrovia is electrified. UP's presidential victory, Representative Yeke Koluba, orders say tally sheets reveal UP's Ambassador Joe Baga will win, blah, blah, blah. My good friend and brother Martin K. and Colley, on November 4, 2023, he said, Honorable Yeke Koluba is too strong. This man is rallying the entire Western region for JMB. When Yeke is done with bombing Cape Mount, Bapolu, we have to encourage him to go help in Magibi, Bong, Bassa, Riverside, the southeastern Liberia. At least a day or two in a county will be of great help. The youth chairman, Toga Mervyn Seaforth, is also doing a great job. Thank you, Yeke. Great job. Let them be on Facebook making noise. Yeah. Rescue us. Keep screaming for JMB. Put more work into it. Remain focused and vigilant. Leave them on Facebook with us who are out. We can handle them. Then Mo Ali, oh yeah, my other good friend, wrote this on the 18th of July 2018. He said, Honorable Yaga Koluba, you have my honor, sir. How I wish we have more lawmakers that are outspoken as you are. At least we have you and Honorable Hanson Kazulu. You guys have my full backing. Then Hassan Fadiga, the mayor to DA. The mayor appointed the DA now. On October 4, 2019, he said we had an interesting discussion with Representative Yaga Koluba and several lawmakers. Honorable Karishma Penora. On the 19th of October 2023, she said, y'all make Yaga Koluba the speaker for the House. I want to see something. What am I reading? Why am I reading these things? All that thing was saying, imagine saying, Yaga doing a good job in Kema, Yaga doing a good job in bombing. We need to carry to the southeast for the rescue train. Those were statements that were made as admiration for causing what Yaga used to do to Jowiya and all of his officials of government. No, they were not hailing Yaka because Yaka was preaching gospel or selling ice cream and cold water. No. Hello? These people were not hailing Yaka because Yaka was selling Bible school or Sunday school material or selling Quran leaflets. They were hailing Yaka because Yaka was consistently causing the president of the country at the time, President George Weah. That's what they were doing. Prophet Key in Morocco got all of the support from them. No, they didn't see it. They didn't see it unfit. They didn't see it bad. I mean, it was nothing terrible now. It was business as usual. It was something that was acceptable. The Liberian Council of Churches, to the best of my knowledge, was unable to issue one paper condemning Yaga Koluba's approach. I stand to be corrected. And that of the other folks who I mentioned, calling on them to refrain from the demeaning and denigrating manner in which they spoke to the former president. The Council of Churches, the Interreligious Council, there is not a record to show, I stand to be corrected on it, that they were able to call out these people to refrain from mentioning and referring to the president of the country at the time in order they descending from a manner. They did not do so. Instead, they sat down, folded their hands, and pretended that they didn't even hear about it. Pretended that they didn't even know about it, only because a George Weah, who was not their preference of a presidential material, was sitting at the executive mansion, and for them that was a crime. And so they didn't care who was insulting him. They didn't care whether that person was in Morocco. They didn't care if that person was sitting somewhere in Monrovia. They didn't care if the person had one radio station. They didn't care if the person was a senator seeking re-election. All they cared about was anything that would make Weah unpopular, anything that would denigrate him, anything that would subject him to humiliation was acceptable. For them, morality did not exist. For them, it was a normal situation to cause precedent. That was not a crime. Up to the point where recently when Judy Andy took Prophet Key to court, the legal advisor to President Joe Biden called the court and asked the prosecutor, why are you carrying Prophet Key to court? At the end of the day,
the city solicitor in the Monrovia City Court filed a case on behalf of the government of Nigeria against Prophet Key and charged him criminally because he made certain statement on a podcast that Julie Andy felt were insulting to her. It's in the environment on the arrest. So they charged him criminally for speech that he made. The part that I played in it was I called the city solicitor and I asked him, is it true that you have arrested for?
Okay, so this is Buju Ben Keita, the legal advisor to President Bwaka. He said when the carry Brakito code, I called the city solicitor and asked him, is it true that you carry Brakito code? He said, yeah. He said, on what basis? He said, oh, Judy Henry said he used to be cussing her and this. So that why she bring the man to the court and that why we arrested the man. We want judge the man. Yeah, why he told the city solicitor. This is Councillor Buju Ben Keita himself explaining why he told the city solicitor. Listen to it.
On behalf of the government of Liberia and charged him criminally. He said yes. I said on what basis? He said on the basis of a complaint filed by this lady who said that she was criminally insulted in his podcast. Then I asked, are you aware of the Table Mountain Declaration?
Okay. So he said, he asked the city solicitor, my man, before you prosecute Prophet Key, are you aware of the Table Mountain Declaration that thing where Prophet Key said it is not punishable under our law? Something that thing was saying, but listen to him.
Liberia signed where Liberia decriminalizes the criminalized speech. And are you also aware of the 2019 Camara Act, where we repealed all the penal code sections that has to do with criminal speech? He said, oh, I aware of that, Councillor, or show it to me. I said, okay, go and look at it. And if you see that speech of the kind that Prophet Key made has been decriminalized, so people cannot be arrested for it, then your best course of action will be to drop it, please. Because you are suing in the name of the Republic of Liberia. You have a rate that says Republic of Liberia by and through to the end President Prophet Key. And it is not the government position. This government is not arresting anybody for speech. We don't arrest people for abusive.
Okay. So you listening? So they supported this kind of things to the extent where Judy Andy attempted sending the man to court. Buju Ben Keita called the court and told the court, say, why I want to do Prophet Key? Because, I mean, this was not about the law. It was about returning the favor. This is about a system trying to reciprocate what they've benefited from the prophet. So in his opinion, to have made that intervention will mean paying back to the prophet. This is what they did to the country. They didn't know that Liberia wouldn't have ended with George Weah. No. They didn't see it. For them, they thought doing everything they were doing will mean ending the country. We used to tell them on this radio, the thing you're doing, George Weah will leave the presidency. There will be somebody who will come to that presidency. The standard you guys are setting is so low. You are rendering the office of the president, you are desecrating the office of the president by the kind of things you are encouraging. We said it on this radio. Only God knows the kind of names they call us. Join the list. Blackmailer. That one. And of course, we don't care about it. In Liberia, you say the truth, they hate you. Even when the truth is so glaring to the extent that it is hurting them, they freaking hate you in this country. Do I care? I don't care about it. We told them that this thing about you hailing Yeke, hailing Key, hailing the one, doing this and that, there will be a time where the table will turn and you will not like it. That because we on radio station, I won't play Yeke Sunday, Yeke press conference Sunday. If I play Yeke press conference Sunday, it's more you not hear it before when you hear it, you will feel bad about the president. You won't cry. Even if you do not support Bwaka as president, even if you do not support Unity Party, just by hearing how Yeke referred to President Bwaka, you won't cry. It was so demeaning, so sorrowful, so disgraceful and disgusting. It was terrible. Oh no, there is no cause on the earth that Yeke did not use on President Bwaka. Be said now they all be thinking about any cause what kind you be thinking about it, why you're using. Any cause what kind you be thinking why you're using. Or is equivalent. There's a popular radio. We are decent people. We're not play it. I'm very sorry, but we're not play it. We're not play it. We can play it here. No. It's unprofessional to play it. Yeka Kolba went to the legislature today and told and had a short press conference where he said the NSA say they want to interrogate him for a statement he made. And I see the party people saying, yeah, that's true. Let NSA interrogate him. Come on. And by the way, let me say this to you. I do not support people acting rude. On the Yeka issue, I'm not going to, I ain't going to mince my words on it. Let the Unity Party enjoy the fruit of their labor. Yes, I'm the one saying it. You created Yeke. You trained him. You nurtured him. He is a product of your creation. Come on. I wonder why you guys were thinking that Liberia would have ended with George Weah. That after Weah, there will be no more country. And so you did not care about the presidency, right? Or that today it's hurting you that a president is being insulted on radio, on social media. Or that today you want to die. Because you can use 2% of the cause when you get Weah on Baka. You want to die. People want to die in the country. Everybody vest. In the ministry and agency, minister them fair. You get a chance. Okay, you get to know you get a chance. Oh yeah, you get a chance to kill him. Now look at how you are hurt. Including some of you watching the live video. Look at how you are hurt. You watch the video of Yeke. You listen to the radio right now. You're Unity partisans. You see how hurt you are. You guys are hurt. How Yeke responded to the president. For me, I've never been a supporter of President Bouaka, and I don't think I will ever support President Bouaka. No. I don't think so. For me, he has served the country. He did his own part. The presidency, I just feel people will misuse opportunity. I think people will just ride on his old age and just plunge the country into chaos, and that's it. That's why I didn't support him coming closer. It's nothing personal, but I just believe his age, the energy not there again. And so there are too many things that he will not be able to oversee. And that's why you see some of the things that are happening. Some of the things, maybe people rally on the fact that if a can be tired sometimes, so they just do their own thing. But even in my disagreement on policy issues with Mr. Bouaka, I still felt bad when I listened to how Yeke was causing the pape. I felt so bad. I said, but this is my grandpa. The pape is in my grandpa's shoes. These insults are terrible. Imagine me who not Joe Bouaka supporter. I felt bad. Now, what about the rescue people? Oh, yes, I know you guys feel so bad. Even when you don't pretend to say you feel bad, because you feel bad. It pained you. It hurt you. When we were coming up in Maryland, the person said, Pepper, there, saw that. It was a serious nightmare for you. You got shame. It was disgraceful. It was painful. But you can't argue now. You can't talk too much because when we rewind the clock, you were celebrating when the same Yeke man was doing it to George Weah. For you, it was praise and worship by them. For you, it was a beautiful melody. Oh yes, melodious sound. Nice, decent. You could celebrate all day long. You could have a joyous moment celebrating Yeke causing George Weah. And it was a whole good thing. Oh yeah, when Yeke finished causing George Weah, then you turn to Morocco. Morocco caused George Weah. Then you turn to Jelon. Jelon say he'll send people to Chong George Weah will come over. You're supporting all the light. When you finish, you turn to Costa. Costa will tell them you supported everything. Yeke caused George Weah in the country for 6 good years. Not a single day did the NSA or police read Yeke to say, come, we are inviting you because of what you said against George Weah. No. I remember in her passport case, land case, all small cases are all. And where he was caught with gun to protest. Election caught with gun. Where the police invited him, to respond to the gun issue. That's all. 6 years the man caused President Weah. Nobody invited him. Just less than 3 months, the man just went Sunday. Just 2% of the cost why you not get where you get to back at 2%. And I say inviting him that the kind of country you want wrong. Oh, so a banana, right? Hello? So you're not good nana, right? Oh no. So that bad thing, right? Also, when I be causing president on this time, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, that okay. That Bagatan mo do the law. Bagatan mo pass the law. Okay, all right. I understand. I do understand. Prophet Key got message for you. Listen to it. Prophet Key got message for you. Short message.
You don't know me. What are John? You tell somebody that somebody else will be rape case. You don't know me. What are John? Rape case. You don't know me. What are John?
You hearing Yaka? I mean, Prophet Key is saying you don't know me. Or go ask Joshua. Just by saying go ask Joshua is to tell you the kind of thing I not do to Joshua. You know the party. You don't know me. You go ask Joshua. This was Prophet Key boasting of what he did to Joshua. Listen to the second version. Listen to the second version. Quickly, then we'll go take course.
Well, who Joseph Baga supported Unity Partisan, I'm sorry for you because I will disgrace you. And I what God want me to do. I promise myself no to you. Because I don't want to disgrace you. But you're not copying the code. Some people say, oh, the man fair, not get job. Who job, that job. It does show to me that you guys are fake. That now you're not going to cost money.
You hear that? We had to edit it because we don't want to come outside. But like you were asking the partisans that now y'all know say I can cost man. And he said something after the man, but we can talk about it on the radio. That now y'all know say that the party you're asking you. Listen to it credit.
Because I don't want to disgrace you. But you're not copying the code. Some people say, oh, the man fair, not get job. Who job, that job. It does show to me that you guys are fake. That now you're not going to cost money. It does show to me that you guys are fake. That now you're not going to cost money. Job, that job. It does show to me that you guys are fake. That now you're not going to cost money.
Okay. So he was asking them that now y'all know say I can cost man. When I used to cause John, we are other people that man in the CDC government that now y'all know I can cause man. He is saying this because he had just got through insulting President Waka Uno parents. They probably keep me. You got through what they call. So you know the people start running behind all your inbox, causing the man, telling you all about the man. Say, no, that none of y'all know say I can cause man. When I used to do it to the other president, where you guys were? That's the implication of this question. That's the whole interpretation. So you see it. I'm waiting for the day where the Council of Churches will issue statement. And one of the Council of Churches members, Reverend Reed from the Baptist Church, Providence Baptist Church, President Baka put in one boat. He's a member of one of the boats. I see why the Council of Churches didn't say any word to all of the abusers of President Weah. Because the folks within the council, the Council of Churches, the key members there were all underground DJs and agents of the current administration. Yeah, when we get job now, President Baka put him. I'm waiting to see what the Council of Churches will write. My pastor will suspend me from church that day. My pastor will stop me from going to church because when I do a show on this radio, on the Council of Churches, when I do a show on this radio, my church will suspend me. And I want a different debate. Because you know why? It is a dangerous thing for faith-based institutions, credible institutions, institutions of integrity, to remain silent when wrong is being done, irrespective of who is being done to. It is a dangerous thing to nurture. You guys sat here as elders of the country. You watch 5 different human beings descend on one single president on a daily basis. And this president will not go after those individuals. This president will always sit by himself. I mean, when he is overly stressed, he go play basketball. He will go to the studio, go make music. He will do this and that only because he doesn't want to go after people who criticize him. He doesn't want to go and be like other African leaders that will start killing people. You sat here as council of churches, as interreligious council, national imam council. You sat in this country. People insulted a certain Liberian president. You said nothing. Today, I see all of you passing around. You want to die. You want to die because they not cost Mr. Bwaka. Who caused him? His own product. This thing Yaka Kolba man went to Lofa County in Foya in the presence of President Bwaka. But then he was not president. He started digging ground. He said, oh, they first shower if a Tifa for all the point in the cow truck to carrying back Guinea. They ain't dumb it. The second shower, he can steal 2 months a road. They ain't dumb it. As he was doing it, Mr. Bwaka was laughing. Now, you saw this thing happening with Yeke in your presence, Elder Bwaka. We expected that you would have called Yeke the order and said, look, although we are politicians, we do that one, but there are certain things you should not do because we are all leaders. Let me know Yeke info ya. Let me know Yeke info ya.
Pulutazo. To put Thomas Falaba in a car truck. Let's Thomas Falamingo. Trucky. Yes, I go 1 year. How did know? To point out the Guinea so you can steal. Hallelujah, Guinea. They say 1 year. I will allow. So you can plug the police so you can come against. I will not kill up. You can go to Babylon. How did know? To point out the Guinea so you can steal. Hallelujah, Guinea. Pulutazo. To put Thomas Falaba in a car truck. Let's Thomas Falamingo. Trucky. Yes, I go 1 year. How did know? To point out the Guinea so you can steal. Hallelujah, Guinea.
So you heard the people laughing? That was when Yaka was insulting to my father, Joey, and other people in Lofa, in Foya. President Bwaka was there. He had 2 hands in front of him. He was laughing. Jake Kabako was there. Ben and I, you were present. The video is here. Those of you watching the show, you watching it. Now, you encourage these things to happen in the past because the man who was in power was somebody, okay. He has gone. Joshua is no longer president. The things you encourage are the same things that are haunting you today. And you say the whole country must join you to cry. Do I celebrate what's happening? No, I don't celebrate it. But I'm not going to cry about it either, because when we were flagging it, we were telling you that you are setting a terrible precedence. You did not listen. You felt you were having fun. You felt you were nurturing a political system that was likable unto you. Oh no, you didn't know that there will be consequences. You didn't know that the aftermath will be so disastrous for you to bear. Today, I just say I call NSA to go, oh, Yaka this and that. Come on, you're wasting your time. To do that, you'll be lowering the belt. In fact, that will show that we are more tolerant than you. That will be the attestation that you are about to run against the paradise. You don't want to do that to the country. Samsung is the official sponsor of this platform. Crime Stoppers Liberia is our official sponsors. We take it quickly. We take 10 calls. We go home.
Liberia, from the center to interior, keeping us safe. Let's stop for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe. Let's stop for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe.
Okay, Crime Stoppers Liberia, Omen Samsai, the next senator of Montserrat County, 2029 is the due. Join us. Let's have your input quickly. We don't have the luxury of time. Let's take your calls. 2 different discussions. Mr. Kuhn said, we're not coming to power to take your jobs. They came to power. They are sending 700, 600, 400 people out of their positions. This is what it is. Secondly, they're causing noise. They're crying. They're complaining. They're mourning because Bwaka was insulted by Yeke. something that they did for 6 years and it was all good. Do I support it? No. Am I going to cry about it? No. Let them sort it out. Let them solve their own problem. Let cat eat your own baby. 865-104 776-104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Let's take the first international caller quickly, then we come locally. This person, go ahead, 1 minute. Hello, go ahead, 1 minute. Okay, we missed out on that person. Quickly, let's take this other one. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Hello, good evening. How you doing?
We are good, my brother. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, it's due to the issue of the dismissal by President Walker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think let's be honest with ourselves. President, we have to due diligence to the people for wishing it good. But doing the right thing, putting them into the right position, in line with CNC, in line with the recommendation behind it.
Hello. The CSA boss is saying 40,000 of those people were discovered. Are you saying to you and I that 40,000 of those people were appointed under George Weah?
Apparently.
No. Don't say apparently. We are. Hey, listen. No. I mean, you can. We are inherited a civil service wage of around 67 plus thousand human beings. He left here at around 79. So if 40,000 people were not legally there, obviously it means that 40,000 came from previous administration. Those were inherited people who did not follow the process. You can't blame it on one system. Come on, y'all stop defending evil, man. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Carl, thank you for the show.
Go ahead, sir. What's your name?
My name is Shelton from Connecticut, the USA.
Go ahead, Shelton.
Oliver Kahn, look, President Walker just did not sit there. He was part of what these guys are doing today to him. President Walker never condemned Henry Costa when he insulted Alexander Cummings. He never condemned Joseph, what his name, Yeke Koluba, when Yeke Koluba was raining down insult. He never condemned or distanced himself from Prophet Key. As a matter of fact, Prophet Key raised money and gave it to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, $13,000 US. $13,000 US.
Yes. As an older statesman, even if you were not thinking about being president of Liberia, the fact that you're one of the oldest people respect you, these things you distance yourself. This is the reason why I respect John McCain, the one of the American politicians of all time for me. When Barack Obama was being denigrated by that lady during the campaign, McCain stopped her straight. McCain said, hey, no. He said, Obama is a decent family man. We only got policy difference. When Joseph Walker could step out to the plate and tell these people, say, no, President Weah is a decent human being. It's just that his policy is different from ours. But no, he enabled these people. And today I hear even my brother Jeff on the show talking about we should stop this. A good association, and I call him President Walker, is the same people. They are the same people that promoted him, that brought George Weah down. Okay. They are the same people today that are causing him.
Thank you from the US. Let's take the other person. Where in the US you join us from, sir? Quickly.
Oliver, good afternoon, my dear brother.
Let's hear you, my chief. Quickly.
Hello, man. Oliver, man. Look, I enjoyed the show. Thank you for the presentation. It was very excellent. Straight to the point. Look, the same thing, the race that what they're reaping today. Look, let me tell you something. You said, look, you're feeling bad. I'm feeling bad for Walker anyway. I'm not feeling bad. Oliver, I enjoyed the show. Where NSA coming for to invite your guy? When they don't start in our country, a certain president, I was told they will not know where one will come from. I will go to a house, I stood. NSA never invited. They all clap. I don't want to clap for them. Where they coming from? Look, I enjoyed the show. I'm not regretting it for one bit. If Walker knew that he was older person in the political arena for 2018 to 2023, he could have put stop to some of these things. But he did not do it.
Okay.
He enjoyed it and he benefited from it. Say he benefited from it, he got the presidency. Let him enjoy it.
Okay.
Continue.
Thank you.
Anybody that want to cause Walker that your business, you can go ahead causing.
We'll leave you right there. We'll leave you. Let's take this question from Liberia. Go ahead quickly. 1 minute. Let's hear you, sir. Go ahead, William.
Thank you very much. Joseph Walker is a wicked woman. So what we say is that even if we don't get regular startup, it will make it a startup for us. What we say is that 40,000 Liberians, you are about to lay them down to go home. You know what you do the contract time? You put your contract to a flat. You put it to a flat. So that's what you're doing when you see it. And see how bad you can put it down. Fine, for the people kind. Even if you say the same time will maintain, no problem. It will be okay. Or the same people who you are doing harm. Can't for anyone harm. They mean that insecurity.
Okay.
When we have job, that insecurity. I will tell you about that.
Thank you.
See how bad you maintain people. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take the other person quickly. Go ahead.
Good evening, Senator.
Good evening, my brother. Quickly, no time.
And good evening to the people of Mala Viewer. This is Isaac Wilson. Okay. And I'm joining the conversation this evening for Electoral District number 14, we start in Clarissa.
Go ahead.
But then, I want to say to the NSA, all security apparatus in this country, you guys need to take more implication to invite some of these fusion, because fusion are not getting started on Mr. Baga, then you guys are inviting on a real quarterback. These are things you guys playing. And we make a deal. You guys are there. On we are about before the tension the Baka in Lupa and something for the president. When you say about it, he did not say anything guarantee getting in the for the day on the way by something and then visit Palestine. Okay. But taking people jobs and then taking people prep in the mosque. But you know, like I want to know I share this money on the radio station. There's this photo about him on the social media. And then it's saying that
we leave that right there. We leave that. We don't have the luxury of time. Let's take this other person quickly. We're rationing the time. 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good evening, okay?
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Alaska Pay and I joined this evening from India.
India, Alaska. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for the show. Let me just say this. It's often said the way you train a child, that's how the child goes. All right. So. During those days when Yaka Kodba was in a constant habit of insulting the presidency, people are hearing like a message you show. The less of Muali, the less of Jonathan Lawrence, the less of Patrick Honda. These are people that are astute members of the Indian party that were supporting Yaka Kodba. The less of Mountain Corey, they were hearing Yaka Kodba for insulting Joseph George we at the time. So now they are reciprocated to them and they are complaining. Why now?
Okay.
Why are they complaining now?
Why now? Thank you.
So we don't want it, yeah.
Thank you very much. Why now? That's the question. This person, go ahead. 1 minute, Chief. Okay, your line is terrible. Let's take this person. This should be later. Yaka Man CC. Let's hear you. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Thank you for the recognition, my son. Now you are to yourself now.
Go ahead.
I enjoy the show by way, my son. Thank you for the show. No, okay. I condemn Yaka Koruba today and yesterday. We don't support what he was doing to President Weah. When the Parapo you play, you will play Parapo, you not pay for that. Parapo you will play. When they play Parapo, after the one whipping today. People left for character district 40 and want to get over district to get voting card because he was 40% we are. They keep from really do for what they play want to get over district. They take voting card over you get over. You can't tell for boys what they see from the one boy you get over district. So it's so president we are. Why are they crying now? Why is the president they never get over now? They say he's president. He's not president. When you play that, when you read that man, Sarah dead and focus that we are 100 days ago, 6 years ago, he was there coming for that man. I can remember when you were playing Gilles. He said you were causing that you were something about on the phone, they are kicking. He will cut their head on their shoulder. When they asked other men call me, he said, oh, the how they make it. So every walk after the how they make it practice. We can't stop it. So you can put about what you do for me, I like you not say audience, but we'll play for him about. He said you shot them.
Oh no, Man City, we'll leave you right there. We'll leave you, Man City. We can take you. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's take the person. Hello.
Hello, Quinton Lawrence Solonte from Massachusetts.
Go ahead, Solonte.
Is what I said as a man, so shahiri. You guys were cheering. They were planting their own seed. The fruit is just mature, now time for harvest. Why are they getting mad? It's just harvest time. Nobody will plant something that they know good and they're angry to harvest it. Then why are you planting it in the first place? What kind of other people shouldn't be acting like they want peace to Liberian people? Or the only thing there is that they're dismissing people. On the contrary, the Liberian people said that Joe will harmonize them, so they harmonize his vote. Okay, they harmonize the vote. One guy say harmonization is not correct, so he's taking it off the job. Maybe that's why they want that. That's why we prefer. We are a country noted for making bad decisions. And these decisions have haunted us since 1847 to today. That's why Liberia is like that.
Okay.
We still keep making it. So you can make this up, bro. As a man, so shall he reap. That's it.
Thank you. We take the last 2 callers and we go home. You're the last 2. Tomorrow we'll host Mr. Thompson. We'll host Thompson and Del Francis. Let's take this person. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening, okay.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Jason Clay. I'm calling.
Slipway. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the topic question. But you see, you say, Yakan recording, Professor King recording, he's sorting out president. Now, when it comes to Yakan press conference, you think you would have played it. You have to play everything to let it get it. Because they don't say the devil, and let the devil dance before that. So I beg you, when you play the next time, play everything. Yakan press conference. That's the last thing that Professor King will have to put it off. I beg you. Everything that
Okay, we'll leave it right there. But trust me, it's against our editorial policy. We're not going to do it. This person, go ahead. You're the last. Hello. Oh my God. Let's take this other person. You should be the last caller. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Kai. How are you?
We're good, my brother. Let's hear you quickly, Chief. You gotta leave your radio. We're getting feedback.
Just here they were doing this thing to our president. Don't we are still remain some of our president. Don't want to know that this country is divided. Majority, half of the population voted for John Weah. And we still remain John Weah loyalty. Well, John Weah still remain our president. Joseph Boakai, the fool, the tree, what they play, they will eat the fruit. Joseph Boakai, Koruba, they will thank all of them from Lufa. We're all from Lufa. So we're supporting what they were doing. We were not supporting them. We were telling them, you people were telling them that, hey, the thing you're supporting for John Weah, you know, it will be a bad thing for the country. But they were not expecting that. Joseph Boakai was not expecting that he could get the presidency. They got the presidency by surprise. So now the thing they were supporting now, I said to them, they don't know how to hold it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's take the last person. Tomorrow we'll host James Thompson and Del Francis Rare to talk about this whole payroll thing and employees. This person, go ahead. You're the last.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, okay. This is the people's governor.
I don't know. I said no time.
Yeah. Free birthday man for tomorrow, April 10th. Look, okay, let's say bravo to you. You pull it right. Look, this thing here we told the people, there's a verse, chapter in the Bible, Proverbs.
Oh, I said you left the line. I didn't cut you off. You left the line. Trust me, we will leave you. We'll return on tomorrow. Tomorrow we play host to Mr. James Thompson. James Thompson is the former CSA boss. He will be talking about all of the information that the current CSA boss is throwing out. He will also be joined by Del Francis Rare. Del Francis Rare was a technician at the Ministry of Finance, a very, very, very strategic technician there. Del will join us along with Honorable James Thompson, the former CSA boss, as they intend to tell us more about what transpired, the issue about these 40,000 people, how many of them were appointed under George Weah. All of the different accusations from the current CSA team will be addressed. So don't miss it. Don't miss it on tomorrow, which will be Ramadan. So right after I get through eating a lot of meat in the morning, we're going to be running deeply into the conversation at about 4 o'clock on tomorrow. Until then, it is a wonderful, wonderful thing in their country. When you are doing bad thing to somebody, remember that in the future, similar bad thing will come to you. So you see it? That's what this administration is encountering. And until we meet on tomorrow, like I told you, James Thompson and Del Rare will be our guests here on 87.9. Let's take a break to return on tomorrow. Standing now with Sala Controls, and we'll be back on tomorrow. Bye bye.